Alright, been playing this Diablo public test realm, PTR. Basically give you like 30 characters all decked out with all sorts of gear. A bunch of respec tokens, and they basically just say, go have fun, try to blow the servers up. So, I played around with most of the characters just a little bit, and pardon me. Decided to hop on the Amazon and try a build that I haven't done since the old days. And even back then, I wasn't really rich enough to do it like this. Because let me tell you, this is probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the most expensive build in the game. And what it is, it's an Amazon. And we'll just go over the skills real quick. I run Max Strafe. That's my main skill. I have Guided Arrow for physical immunes and cold immunes. I say cold immunes because I also have Freezing Arrow maxed with almost max synergies on those. Don't use it too much. Strafe does a lot. There's not a lot of physical immunities in the game, but Freezing Arrow's nice. It explodes and has a radius of effect that freezes targets, so it helps with crowd control. Sometimes I use multi-shot just because it's so freaking cool, but Strafe is more powerful. For passive and magic, 1 point wonder and everything. I know some people, they don't want to have, these three, but I like having a Valkyrie. She's a nice tank. Nothing in Javelin and Spears. Now let's go over this ridiculously expensive gear. I'm going to pull up the Merc too. Start with the weapon, Faith Bow, Ohm, Ja, Lem, Eld. Get your Fanaticism plus the skills. Big time damage bonus. And since we're physical, we need all that extra enhanced damage percentage. One of the cool things on it is the 10% to reanimate as returned. They don't happen a ton, but they do help with crowd control a little bit. For the armor, I'm rocking Fortitude. You could go a few different ways here. I feel like Fortitude might be one of the best in slot for the 300% enhanced damage. Plus, you can get that chilling armor when you're struck. Resistances, damage reduction, damage taken goes to mana. This thing's kind of a mana hog, but sorry. There are a few things to kind of counteract her mana usage. I actually put, when I respect, because Blizzard made this character stupid, I completely changed the gear, and with what they give me, I mean, I still want to find maybe some better gloves. Those are pretty good, but it'd be cool if they were 220s. And maybe some different boots, but I am liking these because obviously the faster run walk, but the increased max mana and mana after each kill help them with replenishing my mana. High Lords for 1 to skill, 20 increased attack speed. We want to be attacking as fast as we can, plus it's got Deadly Strike on it and some light res. We don't have much in the way of resistances at all, and that's with a Torch and Annie. We just try not to let the monsters touch us. G-Face for Crushing Blow and faster hit recovery, a little bit more Deadly Strike. Razor Tail to get the piercing attack. SOJ, Ravenfrost for Cannot Be Frozen. The Merc's rocking Andy's Visage with a, what do they got in there? IAS Jewel with Fire Resist. Eth Fortitude, and an Eth Pride for that concentration aura. That's going to boost our damage. And he's also a Might Mercenary, so there's even more damage. And that just gets our physical damage way up there. On swap, CTA, Lidless. I don't know why they don't give me another spirit here. They gave me some on other characters. Let's get a spirit up there. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they give you a lot of gear. You could You could try out some other stuff. I don't know. Chains of Honor might be alright. It's got life stolen per hit, but it doesn't have any enhanced damage, and we really want that from the Fortitude. Obviously, you could do Enigma if you want your teleports, but we're alright without them. Alright, let's go slay some cows. I wonder... Yeah. Alright, good enough. And I mean, you've seen how expensive some of this stuff was. The Pride alone on the Merc, Cham Sur, Io Low, Faithbow, Om Ja, another low rune, like another low rune. This stuff's not cheap, bro. It's pretty ridiculous. But as you can see with Strafe, it's just like a machine gun. It's a lot of fun to play this build. And even the ice freezing arrow is pretty powerful. They always penetrate because I'm running Razor Tail. Or pierce, I should say. They always pierce. It's such a fun build. I remember back in the day, you know, feeling like Legolas just slinging arrows everywhere. You can see without an insight, I do slowly run out of mana. If I had a little bit more, maybe a dual leech ring, or at least a mana leech ring, like per hit, that actually might fix it. Because, I mean, look at how much we're hitting stuff. When I do a strafe, it shoots up to 10 targets. So I literally just right click anywhere, it auto targets, and I just hold down the right click, and she just machine gun, bow and arrows, everything. As you can see, I'm starting to get some of these skeletons. Those are the 10% chance to return as reanimate as returned from the Faithbow. Yeah, try forwarding this on regular Battle.net. You got to be rich. You got to start the latter season like farming keys and doing Ubers, getting torches for people. It's going to be your best way to get high runes, especially early on. Doing Ubers for people. Selling unidentified torches. In that case, you could do it, but I mean, you got to get a lot of bases, bro. You need a 4 open socket, Grand Matron Bow, 4 open socket F Sacred Armor, or whatever. All that junk. So I'll do a little multi-shot here. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. Sucks the mana down, though. And you can see, even with all this godly gear, I don't even think there's a way to really make multi-shot that good. I mean, it's not bad, but there's a lot of characters that could do better for way cheaper. But are they this cool? Huh, I don't think so, man. This is a cool build. And then, you know, you get the Firestorm proc from your torch like almost every time you do a strafe. And just look, auto-targeting. If there's no targets nearby, she just does a single shot. But when there are targets within her range, she'll automatically let them have it. I don't want them getting that close. I mean, it's almost as boring. I don't want to say boring, but almost as easy as like a summon necro or even a Javazon. But a Javazon, I watched a video Mr. Llama did where he took an ist rune, broke it down into, you know, lems, co's, and fouls, and ums. And was able to trade basically the equivalent of an Ist rune worth of runes below it for full Javazon gear, and that Javazon will probably clear cows faster than this character. And they're pretty fun themselves. But I mean, making a Boazon actually viable in this game, it's not easy or cheap, as you can see. But once you got all of it, it's really fun. This is a fun character to play as. I like my TPs in my belt on my higher level characters. But yeah, I wish I was rich enough on my normal BattleNet to afford one Fortitude, let alone two of them. And a Faith Bow and a Pride and a Thresher. But yeah, maybe y'all are playing some PTR yourselves, and yeah, just get in there and experiment, and don't be don't be discouraged by their shitty builds. You can just go through, and I went through all the characters and kind of took off the good stuff and put it in my shared stash, and then I grabbed some tokens from the token mule, and just, I'm gonna make some of my own characters, experiment around. This is the one I really wanted to do because, man, I haven't been able to afford a good Boazon since pre-Diablo 2 Resurrected. So, yeah, it was fun. Enjoy. Get out and play the PTR a little.